Mic check. Up in the studio in my boxers. Mic check. Nah. Alright, I think I'm ready. Check it out. Yo. Every moment is golden like a Jill Scott track. Lil Filla on the cut, bringing hip-hop back. Like back in the day when Big L was poppin'. When they was rhyming in the streets cause they didn't have options. I'm a guest in this house, but I stand my ground. I'll gladly wipe my feet, but I plan to stay around. You can taste the ambrosia, on point like a soldier. Make you weak like pneumonia, get you higher than the Doja. My shit's tight, like your mama in church. Or a Portland hipster in his favorite shirt. Every single word I spit is murderous for certain. It's the light inside a shadow, I be burning like a furnace. It's a part of me, but I don't give a flying fuck. If you love this culture, lift your middle finger up. To the real MCs, this is our moment. Always be real and never co-sign bullshit. La da da, this game done changed, but that don't mean you have to. Better come correct when you're with me, or I'll probably cut back and slap you. Everything's a mess, I know that. One day we can break through. La da da, this game done changed, but that don't mean you have to know. I remember in the 6th grade when the big homie Eric gave me my first Outkast CD, Equimini. Every song, all the album artwork, everything on there, man. Yeah. Changed my world forever. Yeah. Disaster strikes every time that I climb on a mic. I bust a rhyme and grab a pen, then my mind takes flight. Yeah. There was tribe, there was fight, there was days, there was nights that my brain couldn't sleep, so I threw on a beat, listening to even Lil' Kim, Biggie, Pac, and Nas. I would soak it all in. Corrupt Lil Roscoe and Daz. I cherish these moments, now I'm mastering the craft. I don't wanna hear hits, I'm gonna hit you with my fists. I don't lie, I just spit, fry the beat like fish and chips. My shit slick, like Rick the Ruler. Flip that pillow over, I'ma give him something cooler. Like this and like that in a bottle of bourbon. The game is getting worse, but I still keep learning. You ever gonna change? Not at all. Forever singing out like la da da. La da da, this game done changed, but that don't mean you have to. Better come correct when you're with me, or I'll probably cut back and slap you. Everything's a mess, I know that. One day we can break through. La da da, this game done changed, but that don't mean you have to know.
This May 5th and 6th, in the heart of the Columbia River Gorge, is the biggest, best disc golf tournament ever. The Floridian Gazette calls the Loch Robster the best bring-your-own-partner doubles tournament in the world. The Loch Robster is hosted by DC Dave and sponsored by KOA Campground. Register your team today for $86 on 4discgolf.com.
There's
Your
a
old
kid.
card is just on the table all the time.
So check this out. There's a kid I work with. You've worked with him. I'm not gonna say his name.
Yeah, don't do that.
He's hella nice. I'm not gonna say anything bad about him. I'm gonna tell you something really sad.
Oh,
He's only been to one show. The brother's only been to one show.
That's not that sad.
One.
Nickelback.
I mean, it is for him. What
That's
the
very,
fuck?
very
Sadness.
sad.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
take it
feel
all back.
so sad.
Told you. I'm not joking.
This is how you remind me.
And that's Nickelback that does that shit. I see. You know
what I really am.
You
You don't
I just
remember
know
him?
to avoid it.
With his greasy blonde noodle hair.
there's a Nickelback radio station on the phone at the prep kitchen that has. And you gotta stop bumping that thing. It's picking all kinds of shit up. No, check this out though.
Mm-hmm.
So we have this phone at the prep kitchen, and it has radio stations that dudes who've worked there that aren't there anymore have put stations on there. So I looked on there like yesterday, and I saw a Nickelback station I'm all, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Who the fuck did... No. And, yeah, coworker looked at me shaking her head like, yeah, it was him. So not only did he go to that as his only show, he still likes it.
The Alice in Chains dude?
No, it's not him. No, that guy,
it's a different guy?
he, you know, that dude, he
What
does
spawned? This is a good topic. What spawned the hatred of Nickelback? Because I remember when I was younger, a lot of people bought their albums. What spawned? Like, I saw some like social media trend within the last 5 years where everybody's making memes about how they hate Nickelback.
Right.
Is it that they truly hate Nickelback's music, or that meme shit started, and then everybody's like, well, it's kind of funny, so we should just all hate them?
Right.
It doesn't help them that their music sucks.
That's what I was going to... You start with...
But I've
you
heard
start with the
worse.
music.
I mean,
the,
I've
the
heard
music
worse,
is all there
certainly.
is. Sure.
And there's no feeling to it. It's like somebody fucking generated it out of a computer or something.
Yeah, well, that's very true.
So I'm gonna say two things to that. One is that I personally think the music of theirs I heard is just generic, but that's just
It's very generic.
that's just my opinion.
It's extremely
So
generic.
you make a good point, and I will admit
But
that I am one of those dudes. I jumped on the train and made fun of him and hate him, and now that you mention it, I don't know why.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because everybody else is saying they
that's
suck.
what I mean. I feel like that's what it all was. But lingering in the back of my head, I'm like, well, you know, he's not.
There's a ton of shitty bands out
He's
there I don't
kinda
make
got a
fun
good-
of.
he has
so
a-
why did I choose them?
It's
right?
generic. It's like he said. It does
Yeah.
sound like it's pumped out of a computer.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of music
If
like
I
that,
had
though,
a
right?
dime
I mean,
for every time we talk shit about Nickelback.
Right.
um,
But the way that the guitars and everything sounds is like way too blended.
well, wait, hold on one second though.
He's a good singer.
There are tons of fucking bands that suck like that.
Yeah.
though. So
that's like
why
most of
why
them.
them?
But why is it Nickelback
Right.
specifically? What did they do? Because Chad Kroeger, he was on the cover of High Times holding a handful of nugs, like looking all happy. He's a marijuana activist.
I guess I need to rethink
Some of his
my
if you think
campaign
about
against
it,
Nickelback.
If you think about it, and I'm not saying I'm for them and against them, but if you think about it, some of their records were like borderline, you know, making subliminal disses against the industry while being in the industry. And it's like, that's kind of cool.
You know their lyrics and message.
Well, you never heard that Rockstar song back in the day?
Probably.
We all want to be big rock stars. Is like fucking talking about bass.
I wanna be a rock star. You know that song?
Yeah.
Sort of, I guess, maybe, yeah.
I mean, it's a generic sounding stupid song, but
Right.
lyrically, it's all talking about
That's what I'm
how
saying. It's like a
everybody wants to
program
get
made it or
rich and get
something.
drugs for free, and but lyrically, it's like almost like wake up people kind of song.
Where the fuck are they from?
I think he's Canadian.
Those fucking beady eyes and those flapping heads.
He pierced his
Beat me
lips
to
on
it.
that one. Oh my god!
Well, that's from South Park, man.
I know.
Okay. I mean, they do have beady eyes and flapping heads. I've got family who are Canadian. It's true.
I think they're a Canadian. And
Well,
then-
see, all of a sudden you're making me like these guys. First of all Canadians are awesome because if you're
well,
not,
now you're gonna make me everybody hate me.
Cheers, fuckface.
if you're not, well, like I said before, it's all about the music. I don't like it, so
That's
I'm never.
terrible.
Yeah, I'm never
Yeah,
gonna.
it's
I'm never gonna
fucking
like
terrible.
it. But I was gonna say, if you're Canadian, you're awesome because you're not American. You automatically qualify for awesome, and that goes for everyone else in the world.
But here's the deal. I think that whoever put those comments out originally about hating Nickelback probably did their research. Everybody else that's following the trend didn't. There could be some interviews out there where they're just acting like dicks and said some borderline fucked up shit.
So
never
it
know.
sounds like we need to do an investigation for next
a
week's
Nickelback
podcast.
investigation.
I'm gonna dig deep. I'm gonna get my
Why
best
do people
on it.
really hate Nickelback? That's actually a good topic because it's huge. I mean, it's universal. Everybody hates them. There's a video, dude. You go on YouTube right now. They're in Brazil, and fucking the fans start throwing rocks at them on stage, and that they had to shut down the entire show. Chad Kroeger, who the fuck you guys in
Brazil.
It was Brazil or somewhere in certain Central America.
Do you
And
imagine how much?
And they got it so rough that they still refer to those as fans?
yeah, I don't.
Well, why'd they show up in the first place?
I don't think they expected to get rocks thrown at them.
Well, no, I mean not the band. I mean the crowd.
Like that 30,000 people.
Yeah, they're gonna show up and be like, "Fuck you!" It's like a mob.
That's just how they
all
get stoned in that country.
Go to the fucking show.
It's kind of off subject. I mean, could you imagine how much fucking blow you would do if you're on a South American tour? I'm serious.
In front of 30,000.
I'm totally fucking serious.
And having to like.
Well, you can get it. Like
It's the energy to perform in.
Well, it would be everywhere. I mean,
people.
There's blow all over the place. Well,
You just pick a blow plant and eat it.
Yeah, you just eat the blow plant.
Is that what it's called? Is that the scientific term? Blow plant?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right here.
But seriously, I mean, if you were on tour somewhere where you could get blow that easily, don't you think you would just like load your fucking tour bus up with blow?
I mean,
and bananas.
I'm talking like imagine the Nickelback tour bus during that tour. Maybe they were so fucking high that they came out and
like shit.
Yeah, and the crowd was like, God, they're bad enough sober. They could actually get worse when they're high on blow.
It's just sped up.
Yeah.
I want to be rock stars.
All the tempos are jacked up.
The drummer's just going way too fast when you keep up with
There's
it.
fucking holes in all the heads. The cymbals are getting bent.
All right, well, I think we've given Nickelback enough play.
So my mom was a beat cop in Portland, and her dad, my grandpa, was a sheriff in Clackamas County for like 25 years.
Damn.
And then my aunt was the sworn police chief and communications director of Lake Oswego. So that's my aunt, and my grandpa's a cop. My point is saying that is I grew up with cops. I looked up to them when I was a kid. They were heroes to me. My dad was a truck driver, which is also equally funny but not related because I fucking hate truck drivers. When I was a kid, I loved them because they were heroes to me. Now, dude, the standards are lower too. That's the reason the truck drivers blow. It's a different subject. You're giving me some weird looks here.
Why were they heroes to you?
I don't know.
I've never heard somebody say that.
Exactly. That's what I mean. I don't know. When you're a kid, why do you fucking think anything? I don't know.
I see what you're saying.
I was tiny.
Yeah,
and my dad was
like,
we would do that with truckers when they drive by. It was cool. As the guy who
Till
operates
I watched Joyride.
the guys that operate
Maximum
big machines.
Overdrive.
The point is I looked up to cops too, and then one day all of that went away.
Yeah.
So when I became like 13 years old and I started skating, I started getting busted every day, trespassing tickets every day, cops taking my skateboards, me telling cops to fuck off. I peed on a cop's car one time. Ooh, shit. Yeah. Do you remember me telling that story?
No. Is the statute of limitation on peeing on cop cars more than 20 years?
He knew it was me, and he looked me in the eyes, and he's like, Nick, I'm going to fucking bust your ass one of these days. And he did. He took me down at gunpoint 2 weeks later.
Oh.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Seriously. So this is what I want to talk
Fucking
about
Nick,
with cops.
man.
Is well, I was a crazy kid who just lost his dad. And my point is, why are the cops not trying to mentor and influence people in their communities? They treat them like products. You're a criminal. They just want the ticket. They want the write-up. They want to climb the ladder. They're not going to pull me over, or cops never came up to me. I know. They never came up to me and said, dude, you don't want to do this with your life. Like, you could be contributing to your community.
Because they want to institutionalize you to keep the jails going.
Word. That's what I'm saying.
But they're only
it's
doing
a business.
that because that's the way that they've been trained.
And that's the way that the kids that get in trouble or succumb to.
They just get fucked. They get fucked, and they
went,
could be good kids like me who did end up turning out, I think, good. I'm a decent human being. I fucking work for a living. I'm not in. I don't get in trouble. I haven't been involved with the law since I was like 16 years old.
Right.
But if I'd have had some better guidance during those years, I probably would have had less struggles later on in life
Exactly.
with the shit I had to learn the hard way on my own. But anyway, I was just bringing that up because that was my story with cops. At my first, they were my heroes. Then I looked at them like villains.
They institutionalize people.
And they did that to me.
And people that I know. I mean, I was on the Norcor site today with my dad just checking it out.
All you guys do that around here. Why? Was that entertainment for the Columbia
Just
River
to
Gorge?
see who's-
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Because
everyone at work
it's
does it
always
too.
3 people I went to high school with. And I saw them and they're in and out and they're in and out to the point where subconsciously they're like, this is my home. This is,
becomes the norm.
it's like they feel like they belong there more anyways. And to the point where when they get out, they just get into more trouble.
And it's because they went there in the first place, and there probably could have been
And cops didn't give them any influence,
options. Yeah.
guidance,
right.
any sort of anything.
Yeah. Well,
Or their parents probably either. You can't just blame the cops.
that's why I was saying that. Like my parents, like I said, I lost my dad. I was young. My mom was on her own. I went crazy. I needed that. I needed somebody to kick my ass a little bit, but they didn't. They made me look at them like they were the enemy.
Yep.
Like when I was a kid, cops were the enemy, and I did not hold back when I talked to them. Like I would tell them to literally fuck their own faces. That cop I peed on his car. You got to hear the story. It's funny. So I'm in a park with all my buddies, and they're down at the river playing drums, like hand drums, like djembes and shit.
That's dope.
What, James?
No, I was trying to. I have something I wanted to say.
Okay, no, I'll do it. I'll just make it really quick. Cops pull up because I told my friends they would. The cops go down there to bust my friends, and I went over and peed on the cop car all over the handle.
Great. Oh.
So the cops, while they're down there, asked my friends, "Where's Nick?" Because they know me, and they're like, "He's right up there." So the cops knew I was there, but I didn't know the cops knew I was there. So when the cops got back to the car, they knew who peed on their car.
Right.
That's all.
I feel no remorse for that cop's car. I don't care. That's automatic too.
I did something worse than that. You remember?
No.
My brother had this drawing of one of those cartoon guys with a big ass dick in his hand, like getting blasted, and it says, "Good job, here's the money, kid." And, and I put it under the cop's windshield.
Oh my God.
The same car I peed on. And then I saw that cop about 2 hours later.
That's amazing.
He pulled up in his car, just cut me off while I was walking, and got out of his car, got right in my face, like, "I'm gonna take you fucking down." He was so mad, dude.
So I wanted to
Nicola.
jump in. My dad was a truck driver for forever. He drove for other people. He owned his own dump truck and worked for. Anyway, he was also a cop in the 70s in Hood River for 10 years. And all the stories he told me were how they would go out of their way to never use their guns. He said that he was a cop for almost 10 years, 8 years, and he pulled his gun one time in Hood River. So it's just the culture
Times have
has changed, and the training changes you to be harder, and
Bullies.
you stop seeing people as people, man. And when people are like, "Yeah, there's good cops out there," that's true. But generally, it's because you already know them. You know what I mean? It's not just some random cop's going to be like, "I'm just going to be really nice to this guy."
They're older, and they decided not to follow the new tradition.
Word. Yeah.
Right.
Something interesting.
Yeah.
My mom's story was the same in a way. She was a cop in Portland, and she said she never had to draw her gun.
In Portland. Put that in perspective.
And she said the first time she did, she quit the next day because it scared the shit out of her. And she said she had to draw her gun on a guy who had a gun on her.
Wow.
And she said it just terrified her. And she was like, she was only doing it because her dad, my grandpa, did it and influenced her to be a cop and to be like him. And
it's you go through the training for it, and then when it actually happens, that's when you find out if you can handle it.
Right. And who's cut out for it.
Or
and
if
who's
it's
not.
your passion. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually the passionate cops are the ones that kill people, though.
It's true.
Because they got that jock mentality,
Yeah.
you know? Take you out,
or they want to prove that they're not scared to do their job.
Get on the fucking ground. It's a masculinity thing.
Those cops who took me down at gunpoint, I was 14 years old, and they didn't need to do it.
You don't need to put a gun on a 14-year-old.
And this is what's interesting. He
That's
told me
the city, though.
no, this is Lake Oswego. And he, yeah, this was in downtown Lake Oswego. We were driving through downtown Lake Oswego with no headlights on. And I told my buddy, I'm like, we're gonna get pulled over for sure. It's Lake Oswego. There's a cop every inch.
Or anywhere.
Right when I said that, the red and blues pop on behind us, and I wasn't even worried.
And he's doing it on
even though we
purpose?
just got back from Portland, and I stole a box of beer from the wine heart. What?
Why was your friend driving with no headlights, man?
He just
You
forgot
get
to turn them
shot
on.
in a city for
Oh,
that.
he forgot.
Yeah, it was just a mistake.
And
yeah.
you told him?
Well, when we pulled out of a grocery store, and it's a well lit street, and as soon as we got to the railroad tracks where it gets dark, I'm like, dude, your headlights aren't on. He's like, oh shit, and he turned
then
his,
you got pulled over.
and then we got fucking pulled over.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
Yeah, well, here's the funny thing: the kid driving, his dad was the chief of police.
Oh my fucking god.
Yes. So there's more to this story, and it might interest you a little bit. So we get pulled over, and these cops are like, get the fuck out of the car, get the fuck on the ground. The cop put his foot in my back and like pushed me into the concrete with his pistol in the back of my neck.
Woo.
Dead serious. And he knew I wasn't armed. He knew we were 14 years old. And the driver, his dad, came and said, come with me, Brian. And he just walked away with Brian. No cuffs, no nothing.
Wow.
Yeah. So they knew we weren't armed. They knew we weren't a threat. And that's why they let Brian just walk away.
I wonder if he had his finger on the slide.
The sounds of laughter fade out when you're down. Did smiles seem fake to you when you're on?
It's just the kind of cops that were in that town. I used to sit on top of the pharmacy in Lake Oswego and late at night and watch the cops race up and down the street, up and down the main street.
Lake Oswego.
Opening the engines up, fucking racing up and down, up and down. They'd do it all night.
They had nothing to do. It was
Yeah.
no crime back then.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
There's not really too much now, right? In Lake
No.
Oswego.
No.
Some petty shit here and there.
There's nothing going on in Lake
Wallets
Oswego.
getting stolen or something. Ripping and I'm rhyming, this is my assignment. Cook a little ramen, put it in my stomach. Jumping off a cliff, cease to exist. Freestyle, all up in this bitch. Shave my head, I look like Sinead O'Connor. I flow with honors. I flow with honor. I be eating up these dudes like Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm that MC, tank on empty. But y'all can't tempt me. No, I don't fall into the fads. I'm just kicking it in my pad. Yeah. Making Northwest soul, organic music for your girl. I fucked it up. I made it for your ears. I've been doing it for years. I do it for my peers. I do it for myself. Do it for myself. Call me Pootie Tang. I'ma beat you with the belt. I'm a pimp like Jim Meadows. Lady man, I take it to the pedal. Pedal to the metal. I said pedal to the metal. Y'all puppets, where's your pedal? I be rolling through a meadow. Just picking out wheat, shove it in your mama, she be gluten free. Sipping LaCroix with your boy. You know how it is, I be making that noise. I speak with the poise, yeah, it's excellent. Sometimes benevolent. Call me the clumsy chicken. I be finger flicking like Nick on the guitar right here. Sipping Rainier, that's some light beer. A little bit of brandy. They should give me a Grammy. They should give me a Grammy. Chillin' with your auntie and your mammy. And your sister. And your uncle. I said, and your uncle. What? And your uncle. He be selling me drugs. Yeah. Selling me drugs. Selling me drugs. Selling me drugs. Selling me yeah. Let the bass kick, make the wall fart. I be dirty like Walmart. In Hood River, stomachs hanging out of shirts, make you quiver. Frozen food section. Put some peas on your neck, cause I'm burning up your head and I'm fresh to death. Retrospect. That's a word and I didn't use it in the right context. I have bomb sex. I write shitty checks. Yeah. Yeah, we be jamming like Bob. You know I make your girl head bob. She slob on the knob like corn on the cob. Like corn on the cob. too short, baby. Straight out of Oakland. Philosophic be potent. Yeah. Ripping these rhymes. Spitting these lines. Slicing these limes, put it in tequila, get your girl drunk. Not as drunk as me, I get blacked out. I be taking shots like Jerry Stackhouse, yeah. Come on, man. You know how I do it, I'm on a different page. Never disengage, I'm feeling real relaxed. Muy tranquilo, I be killing every track. Yeah, my name's Zach, call me Philosofic. Never went to college, but I got a lot of knowledge. Flow so nasty, you know what it is. I be handling my biz, and I wax like candlesticks every time I'm in your girl's bedroom. Shoulda did the dead room. Yeah, you know it. Yeah, you know it. I'm a motherfucking poet. And I already knew it. You had your chance. I was taking off her pants, man. You fucking blew it. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me, cause your slutty ass girl be Snapchatting me. Damn. It's a new generation. Miles of penetration. Total obliteration. Total obliteration. I be in there for hours like dudes playing Fortnite. You know what it is. I be Woo. True statement. I be in your girl for hours like nerds playing Fortnite.
And it's really hard to get in the zone where you're having a serious conversation because Nick will just randomly be like, and then you rape your own face with someone else's dick or whatever. And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, shit.
Rape your own face with someone else's dick. Yeah, take as much time as you need, James.
Jack's, and I see an ambulance and like 4 cops outside of Jack's, and I'm like, ah, shit. I walked up there, and this kid is laying in a huge pile of his own puke, unconscious. I mean, unconscious, and everybody around is laughing, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I just stopped laughing because it got unfunny right when you said that.
It wasn't funny because this kid was really nice, and then he's just like out. And
I thought you were gonna say it was like a bar fight. Like you leave 20 minutes later, these guys are pissed drunk in a full-on brawl. And the cops
he's laying like this, just unconscious. So their EMTs are shaking him and trying to wake him up, and he was unresponsive. He would not wake up.
Like maybe he was on something else.
Or he's just 21. He got blacked out, and stupid aunt's fucking just not being a family member. You know, not giving him water or anything, getting him drunk.
Did you find out anything else about it?
What happened was everybody's kind of like, oh, he's fucked up. I'm like, dude, he's unconscious.
This fool's dead.
Dude, and she goes, little dumbass, I'm not paying for his hospital bill. I'm like, lady, and I called her out. I couldn't help it. I'm like, you're the one that was paying for all of his drinks and forcing him drinks. She's like, well, it's not my fault. He's a lightweight. I'm like, he's your nephew.
Whoa.
Yeah,
like,
he's never done this before.
You should be looking out for him. And she's like, why don't you mind your own fucking business? And then the cops come up to me and go, I need you to stay out of this situation. And I'm like, I am in public in front of like 30 people right now. I'll say whatever I want. They're like, do you want disorderly conduct?
Holy shit.
And I go, you're not going to give me that for having an opinion. I got a good lawyer. What's up?
You got a relationship like this with the Hood River Police?
I don't like them either, man.
Do they know you is what I mean?
They just, I was the only one that chimed in. Everybody's just watching this unconscious kid laying there in his puke look like he was dead.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this shit isn't funny, and all of you guys are fucking assholes for laughing. And they acted like I was causing a scene.
You were right, but if I was the cop, I would have probably done something similar just because you're trying to de-escalate. You don't want to like provoke.
They're laughing, dude.
Yeah, I know,
cops
but
were laughing?
Yes,
they're all just cops were laughing?
Dude, they're just another one.
I didn't hear that part.
I didn't hear that part
one,
either.
Right?
Well, those guys aren't cops. There's some.
They were 3 cops.
They're impersonating cops.
They
got uniforms. It doesn't make them.
They
cops.
could have gave a fuck about. It was like another Jack's moment, and I don't give a fuck. But I'm like, dude, this is human life, man.
Yeah.
Like, this kid. is going to go get his stomach pumped. The area in general probably constantly smells like shit all day long.
It does. It smells like a urinal.
Yeah, exactly. I was just mad, and so I told the cop a piece of my
I
mind.
can't help it. This week's fucking, what do you call it? This week's Jack's moment is brought to you by Freedom Felons.
Yeah. Every week you do a Jack's moment. James
By
had it.
Freedom Felons.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
James had an idea
sponsored
to
you,
it.
So
Yeah, thanks.
What was it? Nick's social media argument of the week.
yeah,
It's-
definitely.
That brandy's really good, by the way.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
'Cause I'm
No,
like,
so
fuck
I'm in the
it.
Trillium bathroom taking a piss. I look over and glance over and at the stall, and I see high heels in the stall, and I'm like, it was either a woman or a trans woman. That
Sure.
was, and then I'm washing my hands. Out comes the stall. This like 5'10" supermodel looking blonde chick, like hot as can be, like fucking gorgeous.
Where is this?
Trillium bathroom.
All
Like,
right.
just fucking smoking hot. Comes out of the men's stall in the Trillium bathroom. Grabs me by the fucking face, bro, like both hands, and kisses me right on the mouth and goes, "Only in Oregon, baby," and then walks out.
For real?
Yeah, and I'm just like,
I don't know why I'm asking you for real.
Frozen.
Because you look like
I'm like,
you're telling the
frozen.
truth.
I'm like frozen. I'm like, did this just, she just, like, what the fuck? Right after that, like 6 fucking drunk chicks. They're like a bridal party. Walk in the fucking men's bathroom, and I'm like, what are you fucking guys doing, man? They're like, it's Oregon. We can do whatever we want here. There's no rules. And this chick pulls her fucking skirt down and starts pissing in the urinal, bro. And they're like, you should get out. I'm like, I should get out of the men's bathroom? They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, goodbye. The fucking
This was at the Trillium.
right. And I'm
So
like, this
they were
walking out.
they were drunk
Oh, man. Come on.
and they wanted to go. This was planned.
Like, we're
This
in
wasn't.
our-
I'm just trying to.
like,
I'm
this
trying to
is-
figure some shit out. So
like,
this
is
was
Oregon.
planned.
There's no judgment here. We can go piss in the men's bathroom.
This sounds like a bathroom takeover. They did it on purpose.
They took it over on
They're like,
purpose.
we should just go take over the men's restroom.
and if they
Well,
say
what-
anything, we'll just
hold
say,
on. What
it's
about
Oregon.
what about the first girl though? That doesn't explain the.
She was with him, I think, and then like right after she got out, they were probably like, "Oh, you went in there," so they fucking
Okay.
all went in there, and I'm like,
So they made
"Storm."
some joke about it or something.
And you see how small
And
that
she was like, and I
bathroom is.
kissed some fucking weird dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was just taking a piss, man. I had to piss, and
Okay.
then I'm like, those are some
Right.
very
Okay. You did tell the story. I guess I forgot.
feminine-looking feet.
Where your story went, I completely forgot the beginning of
I'm
it.
just
You're
like,
right. You
those are
did say that.
noticeably feminine-looking feet with high heels.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so either a trans person is taking a deuce, or I guess a chick's taking a deuce.
Right.
And out comes out this fucking super hot. I mean, I put that part because she was very noticeably super hot.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like it's relevant. I don't
Sure.
know.
Very relevant. Yeah. I mean.
And
yeah.
she just kisses me on the mouth, but I'm like, I don't know if she just puked or. So I just like, after they left, I'm like fucking washing my mouth out and shit.
Damn.
I don't know if she just sucked the dong. You know what I mean? You never know. Hood River nights get crazy.
It's funny when you're young. It's like, wow, this girl kissed me, and then when you're older, it's like she probably just got done sucking it.
Germs, man. Yeah, or who knows what she was doing? Eating out a butch ass sweaty lady.
I'm not using most of this. In
Eating a butt.
yeah.
E-
Oh,
yeah,
God.
just tongue diving.
Just straight fucking 3 inches into the fucking hole, dude.
Yeah, tongue punching a fart box.
I'm cutting all this out.
Why?
Because, man, I
Don't be
wanna
scared.
I don't want toilet jokes on here.
All right, let's get serious then.
No, we have to be serious.
Okay.
The funny shit's great, but
I mean, my stories are 100% authentic.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to say. So
just random shit happens.
you're
to me.
downtown a lot, huh? That's your thing. Like you social. You go to Whiskey Tango. You're at the Trillium. You're at
when
Jack's.
I can, if my schedule will allow it. I don't really go to Jack's too much, but
You've
I-
talked about it
if I
every
get
time you've
no,
been in
it's
here.
Whiskey Tango. I've gone to Jack's 2 times in the last year.
What was this quote? Don't ever bring your lady to Jack's.
I didn't bring a lady to Jack's. I brought myself to Jack's. Fucker.
No, it's cool.
Never take your girl to Jack.
No, I never would.
No, it's cool. I mean, you're single, right?
Yeah.
If I was single, I would probably. And it's not just about meeting chicks too. I think it's just about like.
If I had a girlfriend, I probably wouldn't be telling these stories on this
Right.
podcast. You know.
I've been with my wife for like 20 years, so my lifestyle, like, I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't.
that's
I
why
don't
it's
go out that
beautiful.
much. We used to go out. Liz and me used to go out a lot, but especially once I hit like 30, dude.
I wouldn't want to either. Yeah,
I stopped going out.
I don't want to most of the time. I mean, I stayed home last night and made music with my homegirl.
If we go out for dinner, and then
Right.
maybe we'll go to the bar and have like a drink.
Mhm.
That's it.
And
That's
then you're
Sometimes
in
I
bed by
frequent-
6.
Yeah.
Nah, it's like 10:30.
I'm just kidding.
Sometimes
Maybe
around happy
11.
hour, I frequent the glory holes.
There's
No?
more than one. How many glory
Frequent
holes
the
does
glory
Hood River
holes?
have?
So you're talking about like the place where you
Stick your dick in
right,
a hole, and
got
then
the dick thing.
who knows? Might be a guy sucking your dick. Might be a girl. Might
It's
be
not
a,
your fucking problem,
might
dude.
be a golden retriever.
Yeah.
You never know. You got to decipher.
Oh God.
You got to decide whether could be a dog.
It's a seal.
Hey, you know, bitches.
Oh damn, man.
If somebody could get a
You said
seal,
R.
And
maybe
it did
in-
sound like a seal, huh?
It did.
only in Newport, Oregon.
Well,
Get a seal glory hole. Kiss from a rose. Narcissism.
Nick's social media argument of the week. It just happened like an hour ago, apparently. I can't seem to go on social media without somebody being mad.
Yeah, that's because you're a little belligerent.
No, I'm not. I'm not
mean,
belligerent at all. I'm talking like I could say, had a great day today, and somebody would be like, doesn't look great to me. I'm serious.
Not from where I'm sitting.
I'm fucking serious.
Now I get
dude.
what you're saying.
It's fucked up.
Hey, say hi.
Are you on live again?
No, I'm not on.
Oh, okay.
It's my personal video. Just say
Okay.
fucking hi, Nick.
Hello.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. As long as I'm not on the internet. They got that facial
Podcasting.
recognition thing now, so
Facebook is a great topic because there's so much bullshit.
I know.
There's so much bullshit.
It's my world. That's why I'm like afraid to talk about it.
I was
'cause-
talking about it last night with my friend about.
I opted out.
Well, there's good parts though. I mean, seeing people succeed is never a bad thing.
Yeah.
I'm not a player hater. So the system, the way it's designed these days for like newer generation, it's really hard to make money these days. It's fucking hard.
I know.
So if I see two people I know, like a couple, and they just had a kid, and they're like, "Oh, we're finally homeowners,"
Mm-hmm.
and they show their house or whatever, I don't see that as bragging or glamorization. I see that as a great thing. It makes me happy because
Sure.
I know how fucking hard it is. I couldn't pay a mortgage on a house right now. I'm lucky to be the place I'm in.
I see. I see
but
where
I
you're
feel
going
trapped.
with that. Yeah.
Like I want to live somewhere else. I want to be in Portland right now, but because of the way everything is, I mean, I have a fucking legit job, and I still, like, I'm struggling.
You don't have to tell me. I know. I'll say you made a good point there, and I guess what it made me think is that there's different motivations and different reasons for why we would want to use social media.
Right.
So in that case you just described, if that's they want to show their family something
Yeah.
versus show strangers, I guess, like,
Or
hey,
just
we bought
get-
this house or whatever.
Get some positive feedback
Yeah.
from something the hard work they put in.
Sure.
In hopes that other people think the same way. Like, damn, it's hard to make a house or get a house. Jack and Jill did it. Maybe I can.
Right. Nice generic names there.
Well, I couldn't think of it.
Should have been
Sharon and
Barbara and
Ozzy.
Chester.
Sharon and
Those are
Ozzy.
good, solid American
Barbara and
names.
Chester. I would never trust anyone named Chester.
I go on social media to talk to people. And
Yeah.
I think that's why I fail a lot, because the people who are there to talk aren't really, they're not really looking to learn anything. It's not about learning something new.
No,
It's-
nobody wants to listen. Everybody wants to just say what they want to say.
And it's also really easy to misunderstand people
the-
with text.
Well, that's the easiest way. If you're an artist, I see a lot of artists doing it, like rappers and stuff. They create discussions on their private Facebook or whatever. Like, how many of you think this? And they'll have like 98 comments in
Sure.
20 minutes.
Mhm.
That's the best way to get people's attention because everybody wants to feel like they're involved in your shit,
Okay.
Like
sure.
I post a selfie of myself, I'll get like 4 likes. But if I go, what's your biggest pet peeve? And I'll just write that. I could write that right now. I guarantee you, and I'd 20 comments in 10
Right, because people want to talk about it. But what would be your motivation for doing that? Are you really genuinely curious to know what their pet peeves are?
No, I think the artists that I see doing that are trying to keep people on their shit.
Yeah, they just
paying
want to
attention.
That's what I'm saying.
And
relevant.
it works.
Sure.
There's this rapper in Portland doing it all the time. I'm always seeing his shit. It's always right there. And I'll read it because I'm like, oh, he's probably got some interesting shit today. Right? It's fucking smart.
Right.
You know? So it's a smart way of promoting yourself. But at the same time, it feels like spam.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. And there's, I don't know, nothing wrong with that, I guess. But
I don't really like the way I did my promotions back in the day, like 2012. I'm just like sending my links in people's inboxes without asking them.
Yeah.
Just like, check out my shit.
Yeah.
I'm spamming the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Some people be like, this is dope, and share it. Some people are like, what the fuck, man? Like, leave me alone.
I'm really baked, man.
Yeah, what is this shit that you brought?
Jesus, man.
It's fantastic, huh?
Yeah, it's really good. I think I'm just kind of spacing out here. We were talking about fucking
Citrus?
Facebook and how it fucking sucks balls.
It does.
And that's why I was talking about motivation.
I don't really use it.
Motivation is everything. And when you find someone's motivation, then you know what they're all about. You know what they're looking for and what they want from you. If somebody's trying to fucking trigger you or get you mad to get a response, to get a reaction, to get control.
I can't
that's
promote
control.
myself on there anymore. I have no desire.
That's why I don't. And that's what I was saying. You look at my shit, I don't ever post fucking selfies,
Here's
man.
what I do. I look for recording studios and local radio stations, and I reach out to them. If I go record in a studio, record an EP somewhere, there's going to be at least 20 people involved with that studio that now know that I'm an artist, and they're going to be listening to my shit because I recorded it at their spot. If they end up liking it, they're going to promote it too. But visually, you can still promote yourself. If music videos are huge, the industry of videos on YouTube, that's how people are getting noticed.
Sure.
You know, if you pay to have a legit video done, think about it. These artists, a lot of them in the industry, especially rap, garbage songs. I mean, they're fucking horrible.
Yep.
But they have amazing connections to these videographers that just make them look fucking dope on the video. And it makes you go, oh, I like this. Oh, that shit's dope.
So then what? He goes on tour and people show up to a gig and they find out he blows and he's not cutting the mustard because he doesn't practice.
No, because
then they don't come back the next time. I mean,
America's stupid, and we have people that are fans of stupid shit.
Well, that's the world.
There's a fucking 9-year-old named Lil Tay. I just saw this.
Yeah, I know.
You seen that?
Yeah.
She's like flashing money on a Mercedes Benz, talking about these bitches ain't shit.
Yeah.
She's 9.
Yeah. It's pretty bad.
She's 9, and she's in the streets trying to fight chicks.
Nice, yeah.
9.
That's cool.
Wearing Gucci coats and shit. Like, what the hell?
Must have some good friends.
And she's collabing on rap songs with like Chicago gangster rappers that are like 28 years old.
I tell you what,
That's mind blowing.
I don't know how these people are making money. Is what I'm trying to say.
Where is this money from?
Yeah.
That they're flashing. I wonder.
Right.
Because I know how royalties work. I know what money you get off platinum records, all that shit.
You can't. Nobody's selling no fucking records
check
anymore.
cashing places. They borrowed it for their video.
Right. Exactly. Or it's her mother because she's 9.
Or it was like,
Mom, let me borrow $9,000. I got
maybe it was fake money. I don't fucking know. I would say that
when you're 9, the fucking mom is running the show. God damn it.
If you're an artist who plays
act.
music, my fucking suggestion is to tour.
Yeah, it is.
And to play all the fucking time and
At
fucking
every venue and not be picky.
Nope.
Everything.
Just book fucking tours and just you have to get out there.
Well, Spotify is helping people, so I just shared some shit on Facebook. So what's Noisy? What's the is it Noisy or what's the other? Vice News did this mini documentary.
Dude, I'm old. I just got a Walkman. That's like the latest technology I've got.
Vice did a documentary on this R&B dude named Brent Faiyaz, something like that.
That's a stupid name.
Anyways, he's touring he's an independent. He chose to be independent. His music sounds industry worthy, but he's independent.
Okay.
He's a good artist. And his manager uses Spotify, and there's an app on the Spotify where you can see where you're most popular in each town. So he's like, okay, I have 9,000 followers in
Okay.
DC, and then they contact the venues based off of that,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
that's
that
how they
sounds
sell their
functional.
tickets, and he's making legit money.
Yeah, that can help you manage a tour much
That's
better
dope,
too.
though.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
so
useful.
There's definitely useful.
They
parts
can
of the
actually
technology.
find your market, and you can just go
Right.
play there and actually
You're-
get paid.
You're like, oh, I have a lot of followers in Arizona. I'm gonna go do a mini Arizona tour and make
Yeah.
15 grand.
Right, and that creates buzz too, because those
Right.
people are like, "Oh, I saw him, and he's fucking really good," and then it
'Cause
spreads from
A
there.
state might suck, but venues in different states are known for,
And something else. I mean, it's also about what you want to get out of it. Like, if it's your business, you're the artist. What you're looking for. Like, if you want to go all the fucking way, or if
that's
you're-
not me.
Or if
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna say next is something I would like to do is have a venue I play every weekend. And that's what bands used to do in like the 60s and shit. Like the Dead did it, Fish did it. They play the same venue every weekend. Every fucking Saturday or every Friday and Saturday night you can go see the same
Right.
act, but obviously playing different set lists every week.
Stability.
Always pumping out new shit
Like
and
DJ
bringing on
Wicked.
guest musicians and shit like that. But it's,
Do you know who I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah, DJ
So
Wicked
he has Wicked Wednesdays at this spot in Portland.
Perfect.
For 20 years now. He just put out a documentary about it.
cool.
I went the last couple Wednesdays. It was my first time, and he was super gracious. Like, thank you so much for driving out from Hood River. But he has the same, like, there's some new people, but almost every week the same group of 30 people goes there.
Right.
My G's there, and
Right.
all
Yeah.
that crew, and they're all there. That's stability for him because the venue's paying him.
That's what I was gonna
every
say. I
time.
think it's for dudes like us.
That's his homies.
It's like also more sustainable and predictable. Like if you commit to a club, you know where you're playing, you know what it's going to sound like, you know your amp's not going to buzz, you know there's some certainty. Where
Yeah.
tour there's no certainty.
Me
So
personally,
if you're like,
I wouldn't do that.
you could supplement it is what I mean. Like dudes like you and me can work 2 jobs and then still play fucking music on
I
the
wouldn't
weekend
want
and
to do
make a
that
couple
though
bucks.
because I want to see new. A part of why I want to do music is traveling and being able to use my profession to travel and see new places.
that's what I started off saying was it depends on what you want.
I would want to get big enough to where I could go to Munich or fucking Berlin or go do shows in Europe. Because Europe, hip hop wise, they're still listening to boom bap underground shit. That's the biggest artists in Germany are rapping over like boom bap hip hop beats. It fucking blew my mind. Like a SoundCloud rapper, make some bullshit song on a tagged beat. Be like DJ Thunder on the track in the beginning or whatever, No one takes that shit serious. This dude in Germany's rapping over the same shit, has this bullshit music video, 85 million views. Biggest rapper in fucking Germany. Over some beat he didn't even pay for.
I think
fucking crazy.
It's crazy. I think we talked about this the last time you were in here, but I'll just remind you again. Pet Rock was a big success too.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well,
So was
I mean-
Nickelback.
Yeah.
I brought it back around.
This German
see,
rapper-
I'm not so stoned that
this German
I've forgotten
rapper-
everything.
Dude, they're
I
dope
know.
as shit.
I know.
One of them used to follow me and share my shit on their official page for their rap shit. And they had like 19,000 likes on Facebook.
You're
or
big with the Portuguese.
Dude, West 9 Familia.
It's a
I remember
band,
them.
the Portuguese.
That's kind of cool, actually.
No, that's what people from Portugal are called.
Are you serious?
Uh-huh.
I definitely didn't say that. Please don't shank me.